look out my window.
Hello traders, Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold. It is the weekend, the 11th day of June, and this is the daily report, our weekend review. Forex Gold is currently trading higher this morning, currently trading just above 1226, $1,226 an ounce. It's been as high as $1,229, and it has created a couple of dips down around $1,217. Interesting fundamental news that came into the market that has propped up the price of gold after we've seen these declines over the last two trading sessions. In today's weekend review, we will cover the trades that we were involved in this week, my outlook for the week ahead, as well as specific trade recommendations, all here on the weekend review. By the way, the opening that you saw was my screensaver. It is a gold certificate dollar. In other words, it is redeemable in gold. Those were the good old days. Traders, we do have a nice little rally being sustained here in Forex. As you can probably tell, we are going to issue a buy recommendation. We have a classic candlestick pattern, and as you can probably tell, I went ahead and bought right before this show. Traders, you have plenty of time to enter into the market on the long side. Now, the pattern that I'm looking at is what's called a piercing line. After the market has been in a defined downtrend, and this is not too much of a downtrend, it's a small little session of profit taking, you get a black candle. The following session or day, you get a red candle that opens at the close, which it always will, and then closes at or above the midpoint. Now, of course, this market is still trading for a couple of hours, and my sentiment is that we do have a good buy signal here, coupled with the candlestick charts and the fundamentals that we'll talk about later. Traders, I'm placing stops at 1208. That's 1208 on a protective stop. It's gone on a couple of occasions, as you can see right in here, and taken stabs at that 1215. As recently as today, it went down to about 1217. I am not comfortable with any kind of a loose stop. I certainly want some sort of protection, but at the same time, I want the stop to give us adequate support. Traders, I've put up a 15-minute candlestick chart, and as you can see, we've got a nice little rally currently going on in the Forex market. It is taking some stabs at the former highs that it hit a couple of hours ago, early this morning, at 1229 right in here. As you can see, this is the area in which it once again came and tested that 1215. It then came back up to about 1227, traded lower, and then traded around 1216, making a series of higher lows and then again higher lows again. We've had the market trade nicely to the upside for the better part of the evening last night. The other thing that I find quite interesting when we look at a 15-minute candlestick chart is by no means has the volatility left the market. We first have our rally up to about 1227, and then it sells off brutally to form that low of 1215. In other words, looking for stops, only to come back up and then immediately test that. Realize these candles are only 15 minutes, so in a period of an hour and a half, this market went from 1226 all the way back down to about 1216. Quite a strong move. In fact, this morning as I was watching the market, we had this interesting move here in which the market came up, rallied, formed this high at 1229, only to trade all the way back down to 1220 before recouping and moving back up. As I said, the market is sustaining a nice rally, currently trading 1227, 1228. And I want to talk to you about the fundamental news that is partially driving this market. According to MarketWatch, gold swerves post-consumer index report. And what it talks about is gold having dipped into negative territory over the last couple of days has sustained a rebound. And that was partially based upon consumer sentiment index, which increased to 75.5 in June from 73.6 in May. Traders, as we know, the market has been selling off over the last couple of days. It's down approximately 1.6% from that record close, the historical high that we reached on Tuesday. But what I am finding interesting is that although the metal has been coming down, investor interest for bullion is certainly not. Now, according to SPDR Gold Trust, now they are the largest exchange-traded fund backed by gold, they rose to a fresh record on Thursday. The fund reported 1,306,000 metric tons in holdings, up from 1,298,000 metric tons earlier this week. Other gold-backed EFTs also reported rising in terms of their holding, and this is according to analysts over at Commerce Bank. Now, this trend shows that the medium to long-term investors see future risks on the horizon and view the lower gold prices as an opportunity to buy. Now, U.S. stocks did parse some losses following the consumer sentiment data. Stocks in other commodities such as oil had posted deeper retreats as the Commerce Department on Friday today reported that U.S. retail sales fell a surprising 1.2% in May, the first drop in 8 months. Another thing that we need to look at is the euro dollar, because that's really viewed as an investor gauge for the confidence factor in the European Union. And that was under tremendous pressure all through the week. In fact, we saw it trading below 121, but that's the area in which it's currently at, 1.21 to our U.S. dollar. Now, the dollar index itself, which compares the U.S. unit to a basket of currencies, that actually rose modestly. Traders, I do want to end and put this report up live as soon as possible so that those who are interested can go ahead and take our recommendation to enter the market from the long side. Again, entering Forex Gold from the long side, traders, our stop placement, this is a 10-minute chart that we're looking at, a 10-minute candlestick chart, but our stops are below this. They're actually at 1208 on a protective stop. Again, we see this nice sustained rally, but I am going to say this. Don't expect this rally to have anything but a lot of volatility. As you can see, this market is notorious for spiking. So rounds of profit taking are going to come throughout our trade. This is Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com. Wishing you, as always, good trading. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Sunday. Bye-bye.